Jake Spavital here a year later from the 5. 2nd and goal down the middle. Washington keeps his feet and digs down to the 2. Woodyard got a big piece of him.
Hey, already with 83 yards receiving on 3 catches.
Washington squeezes through, and Washington picks up a 7-10 split. That he was out for the balance of the 3rd quarter. He's next to Robertson. He'll get it again, picking his way up the middle and inviting contact, and just collapsing forward to the 5. 3rd down for Baylor.
The percentage is telling them versus being aggressive.
Hand off once again on the inside. Washington, the ball carrier. And he is wrestled to the ground at the 26-yard line. Washington back next to Robertson. And he's going to get the carry and breaks up a hole almost to the 40-yard line. He's at the 41. Trigg in motion. Hands off to Washington. He churns ahead for the 1st down.
Not 3, you need 6.
And you mentioned run the clock down so that SMU doesn't have a chance. And this time, Washington. Legs continue to churn as he gets down to the 7-yard line. Robertson gives to Washington. Washington rolls right into the end zone. 8-yard touchdown run. He's been very comfortable, and they have been able to march down the field a few times already. And up to his running back again. Pull off the left side, and Washington going to get to his running back, and he'll get the 1st down and more. Big run for Washington. 2nd and 10. Jennings kicks it out to his running back Washington. Washington with some room. A good stop there after a gain of about 7. They're going to say this is short, so it's 3rd and short for the Bears. Give to the running back again, and up the middle, and this time he's going to have enough. Washington, the ball carrier.
Got one-on-one up top. I believe that's Josh Cameron on top.
Handoff up the middle. And to the 23-yard line, Washington carries it. Robertson's going to give to him over the right side. Big hole. Up the middle all the way down to the 37-yard line, maybe the 36.
That's exactly what Baylor has been doing.
It's 1st and goal at the 2. Washington, the running back. He'll get the carry. Up the middle. He falls in the end zone. Again to Washington. This time hit at the 20-yard line. And he'll fall to the 19. Wreck all of the stats. Again, the give to Washington. He carries it over the 15-yard line and looks like a 1st down. Any running back, the possibility of that thing getting stripped. Washington again with the ball. And they move all the way to the 12-yard line.
Listed as probable coming into this one. 1st and goal for the Bears, knocking on the door from inside the 3. It's Washington hit at the goal line. All power. It's a touchdown.
It's a nice job by the offensive line up front. You're going to bring the tight end back across on the split zone, and that's just a nice physical run. He can come down with it, but nice hand grab.
And here comes the tempo. And the all-league running back, Washington. They flag him down shy of the 40-yard line, a gain of 23 on the quick hitter up the gut.
There's a bevy of calls that the offensive line and playmakers know that they can go to keep it up tempo.
Washington, a huge seam. Washington inside the 20. They wrestle him down at the 10. 31 yards.
He didn't even see the safety, right? He didn't look off LaShawn Young, and he gets the interception on the last drive.
Robinson, a passing down, checks it down to Washington, who has space and the 1st down. 15-yard mark off. Washington probing, trying to get Skinny through the hole, pushing the pile. They have not blown it dead. A gain of 6 yards. 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line. Washington gets the call. Hit at the 5. Look at the strength. A man among boys. And a touchdown. One of the toughest, most hard-earned 5-yard runs you'll see all weekend, which is a major point of emphasis for this tempo offense. Washington shot out of a cannon for a first down. Rumbles to the 45, a solid chunk of 12.
Right, big hole in the A-gap for Bryson Washington.
Washington plotting to venture into Samford territory. Weber and Nelson on the tackle to play in this 3rd quarter. Washington looking for an alley, and he has it. Another gain of 6, but Washington still getting the bulk of the carries in this 3rd quarter.
Build some confidence in your quarterback after throwing an interception.
Up the middle comes Washington. Plows over left guard for a gain of 4. See if Baylor snaps it one more time before the end of the 3rd, and they do, and it's Washington looking for a lane. Has a first down run.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter.
Sawyer Robertson is still in at quarterback. Hands it off to Washington, trying to tear through the 2nd level. Picks up a chunk of 11 yards.
He's proving early in this game that he can.
Washington stopped by Rouser. One of their top choices, 34, is in the slot up at the top. And they hand to Washington again. And he was right at the line to make before being pushed back. I think they're going to give him necessary yardage. Another 3rd and long here. And it's Washington. Marker down. Washington down at the 25.
That may be a mouth guard.
Ooh, it could be. 3rd down and 6. Out of the shotgun again. Washington. Well, this may be 4-down territory. They got the ball to the 17, so it's a 4th down and short, 4th and 2.
2 to 3, and he hits it on his 4th read.
2nd down and a yard to go. Washington has the first down. Are on display tonight. Robertson with a pump fake and a beauty, and it's Washington out of the backfield. Are they going to say, yes, he did catch it. A quick timeout taken.
To keep that clock moving.
Absolutely. Otherwise, you get Levitt all kinds of time to work with 3 timeouts. Flushed. Washington. Very important play there.
Expect a big play from Trigg later on because of that drop.
You see where they've got him, too. Not exactly where a tight end would normally be. Bryson Washington gets out for at least 7. Keyshawn Elliott with the stop. Samu made the play.
6'3", 376.
Bryson Washington forges ahead to the 22. Healthy gain. Bears are 2 out of 7 on 3rd down conversions. This is a 3rd and short. Washington, nice spin, baby, spin. And he's got the first down at the 30. Right through and a spin. He could break it. This could go all the way for Bryson Washington. Stopped at the 1. Abney and Javen Robinson saved the touchdown. Once he got to the 2nd level, no one was there. Probably need to get this first down. If you punt it away, you may not get it back.
Cameron's got one-on-one coverage with low safeties.
Washington. Bryson Washington. Perfect call against that defensive setup by Jake Spavital.
Oh, by the way, they've got the leading rusher in the Big 12. Bryson Washington taking bodies to the 35-yard line.
You know it had to hurt him a lot. He's a hard player both in the run game and the pass game. Number 34, Josh Cameron.
Washington, Big 12's leading rusher. And so physical. Look at the push he's getting from his big fellas up front. Kevin, thank you so much. Baylor trying to get its first Big 12 win. They go to the go-to back, Bryson Washington, rumbling into the end zone for the score. Wanted all that heat. 19 yards for Bryson Washington. Sawyer Robertson. And look to engineer another touchdown drive as Bryson Washington plows ahead. Now, with the Gundy situation, 2 things can be true. He is.
You said it. He needed that to get going in this game.
So Jake Spavital is the offensive coordinator for Baylor. Robertson got out of traffic, cuts outside and picks up a first down yard. Second and 10 now for Robertson. Bryce Washington. Bryson, the leading rumbler in the Big 12, leads the conference in yards after contact. And
you know he doesn't like how they started off this game so far on defense.
Motion. Here's Bryson Washington, dragging tacklers with him across the 15. That's his MO. Washington again was dinged up last week, and he wouldn't have it any other way. Right back out on the field, was on the injury list pretty much for the most part of the week, and here he is once again doing what Bryson Washington does. 93, that's 10th in the FBS. So he's been carrying a load and does it again. Johnson knocks him down, but Washington, another first down, an 18-yard gain. Third catch of the afternoon for Trigg. Bryson Washington spinning out of trouble after the fumble, no problem, 14 yards. Three wide receivers to the top of your screen. Robertson. Oh, Washington finally gets a hand on it before he is whacked by Desmond Purnell. Robertson with time, a wide open Bryson Washington. Trucking one defender, trucking two, dances into the end zone, 11-yard gain. Daniel Cobbs didn't stand a chance.
I love the progression right there by Sawyer Robinson. He looks to the left, looks back to the right, gets to his check down. And we've talked about Bryson Washington's toughness all game long.
1:35 left. Bryson Washington taking tacklers with him.
starting on the ground with Bryson Washington. Most carries in the Big 12, fourth most rushing yards. Now, Baylor is coming off a bye week 2 weeks ago in the comeback win against Kansas State. Here's Washington. He's ready to eat. Why not? Went for a career high 196 yards with 4 touchdowns last year. Direct snap again. Does he muscle in? Waiting for the call. Yes! Bryson Washington caps the longest touchdown drive of the season for Baylor. Now -1 in this game. But back to Bryson Washington. His first carry after he coughed it up, picks up about 3.5.
I was saying, like, listen, a rainy afternoon does favor.
1 completion in the last 7 attempts. Washington, patient run into plus territory.
He wants to come out and have a much better start today.
Good to see Bryson Washington as his running back to start running physically right into the face of Trey Gola-Collard for 6 on this 3rd down and 1. Washington straight up the middle for a first down. Boy, we talked about the urgency for this Baylor team. Cameron, bottom of your screen. They run it. Washington made the cut, and it's very close to the line to gain the 27.
You mentioned the country. To me, he's a dark horse Heisman candidate.
Bryson Washington gets popped after a 4-yard pickup by Xavier Williams.
I mean, they continue to keep winning football games.
3 timeouts for Baylor. Check down Bryson Washington. Got around the edge and able to get away from John Thompson. Banged out of bounds after a dozen by Jake Golday.
Yeah, that's a positive play right there, getting the ball to Washington.
He starts from the gun. And they'll keep it on the ground. And that is Bryson Washington. This is Washington. Cuts back. Plenty of time for Robertson. He'll check it down to Washington. Baylor from their own 30. On the ground to Washington. Yeah, went out earlier.
Coming off a monster performance against West Virginia 2 weeks ago.
Here's Washington. Stepping up again, plenty of time. Check it down. Bryson Washington steps out of bounds. Look at this time. Robertson has the Speedy. Speedy across midfield, or Washington, excuse me. And he's brought down in night territory.
Both teams coming off a bye week. That means Bryson Washington, as healthy as he has been, into the open field and spinning. First carry, first down for Bryson Washington.
He's healthy. Those are the big-time plays you can expect.
Back-to-back carries. Great vision from Washington and still rumbling. A positive development through the first 6 games. No one carried the rock more than Bryson Washington. Washington left side and running behind Sean Tompkins. Sidney Fugar had been the starting left tackle for most of the season. Tompkins has given them a spark now as his 3rd straight start at left tackle.
Going to him every single time.
Bryson Washington, young man out of Franklin, Texas. Tough to bring down. Washington racing inside the 5. Washington right side and thumped. And try to get a push inside the 5, but that's where he will be stopped. Card tables like the ones we got in front of us in Buffalo, off the top deck from the RV. Tradition like any other. Washington, he's got a hole to work through. Washington, tripped up just shy of the 50-yard line. Blake Cotton.
3rd read to make the completion.
Washington. I love the numbers in this conference. The Big 12, the only conference in America with quarterbacks wearing 47 and receivers wearing 34.
I still can't.
Late in the play clock. Washington got a couple.
Little option to the perimeter. And tripped up with the first down. It's Washington again.
And Coach Aranda has had to remind him sometimes, do you know who you are? And he stepped into that.
Thank you, Bridget. Here's Washington with a first down run. Apparently the GPS data for Josh Cameron last week.
Puts his head down, doesn't slide, gets the tough yards. Needs a change.
Straight ahead run. Really the only thing, Mike, that stopped this offense this season, turnovers. 19 giveaways, top 10 most. Jake Spavital, offensive coordinator, thinks he's called more 1st and 20 plays than any coach in the country. Here they are again. Washington gets some of that back. He gets all of that back. Knocked him off that pedestal earlier this week. New Baylor possession. It's fumbled! Arizona takes over underneath the 30-yard lines. Here in Waco on the final game of the regular season, Baylor begins with a Bryson Washington barge up for 10 yards and a first down. Back-to-back carries. And Baylor's so desperate for a running game. For the 2nd week in a row, Jake Spavital told us